Alright, let's get this over with. Before we begin, be sure to subscribe. We open with Osha breathing heavily. Suddenly, she starts seizing. Quimir tries to help because that's what a Sith does? That doesn't make much sense. Anyway, Osha gets the helmet off. She foresaw May killing Saul, but let's face it, she's going to do it. Over Brendock, Saul tells May that he can finally prove the Virgins exists. May throws a hissy fit over what happened to the Coven, even though she and the witches are responsible for that. Whatever. Saul tries to tell May about what he discovered. However, May tases him and flies away. A chase ensues through Brendock's rings. Suddenly, Basil rips out some wires so the ships crash and everyone dies. Vernestra has to meet with Senator Rayencourt. She accidentally lets slip that multiple Jedi are dead. The Senator believes that the Jedi are unchecked power and a delusional cult. It's really just a foreshadowing of Anakin's fall though, so whatever. He has to get out until the Senate Tribunal. For some reason, Quimir is following Osha. He offers her training. However, she says no. Is she going to stick to that? No! They leave on the ship and, really? There's a giant problem with letting Plagueis appear this early in the timeline. On one hand, it could easily mean that Osha and Quimir are doomed, but that would mean that he has to sit around until Sheev rolls in. On the other, it could easily screw with Revenge of the Sith's opera scene. Sheev gives off the impression that he took out Plagueis and enjoyed every second of it. That can't happen if Plagueis dies here. Anyway, moving on. Saul landed on Brendock, you say? Okay, Lispy and Vernestra assemble a team to go after him. Saul tours the Coven as Osha and Quimir close in. Somehow, Sithy disappears into the fortress. Meanwhile, May climbs out of the pit that she fell into several years earlier. Saul tries to look for her, and that's when Toothy attacks. Another lightsaber duel ensues. Yay! I mean, it's nice to look at, but still. Osha finds May and realizes her anger toward her twin is the reason why she never became a Jedi. That does make sense because May tried to kill Osha. On the other hand, squirrel! No, really, May blames Saul. That's definitely going to come up later, isn't it? As Jedi and Sith fight it out, May disappears, and what are they doing? No, really, use the Cortosis helmet. Saul breaks Quimir's lightsaber. You'd think he'd have the Sith, but nope. May takes the lightsaber away. Whoa. May wants Saul to face the Jedi and Senate. Our final Jedi reveals that Osha and May are the same person, and that he killed their mother. Osha shows up then and there. Saul tries to explain even more, but Osha force chokes him while bleeding his Kyber crystal. At the very least, they portrayed the dark side as a narcotic here. Vernestra's team arrives, and the Green Lady realizes that Quimir is alive. May doesn't seem to care about Osha's turn to the dark side. They just have to go. Oh, by the way, May survived by falling into a tunnel a la The Empire Strikes Back. Vernestra senses the past and orders a search. Smilo watches her for a moment and then leaves. Basil leads the rest of the Jedi to Osha and May's old tree. Toothy gets to them first and offers to wipe May's mind. That's kind of nice. The woman accepts, so Osha hugs her as her memories disappear. A little while later, Lispy arrests May and brings her to Coruscant. Vernestra discovers that May can't remember anything since she was 8 and wait, she's throwing Saul under the bus? She pins everything on Saul in front of the Chancellor, including May's destructive actions. I don't know if that's because she wants to protect Toothy, but it's really stupid. Meanwhile, Quimir holds lightsabers with Osha, and Vernestra meets with Yoda. What a train wreck. I get what the writers were trying to do with the Acolyte, but the show lost its way in the second half of the season. It got drowned in the muck of its own creation and left behind more questions than answers. Let's ask some of them, for the sake of argument, of course. For one, where did Osha's turn to the dark side even come from? Amanda Stenberg showed no real indicators of that in Osha's demeanor, and her anger at May just got switched to rage at Sol for reasons. The writers had to add a lot more to it, but it seems like they couldn't. For two, how did Vernestra get away with throwing Sol under the bus? A ton of Jedi saw him teaching, and Torben's room was breached before Sol even made it to Olega. You're telling me that no one really cared about his reputation? At all? Why is that? For three, where did Coral go? They just kind of dropped that storyline. And of course, why would the writers portray the Jedi and Sith in this manner? Sure, they completely failed to show off anything other than justified actions on the part of the Jedi. However, the overall intent makes it seem like good is hideously corrupt and evil is just misunderstood. If a writer leaves this many things up in the air, why wouldn't the viewers feel unsatisfied? Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.